The rebellions in the CAR and the Democratic Republic of Congo have hindered the search for one of Africa's most wanted men, Joseph Kony. It's been more than a year since the U.S. sent 100 Special Forces troops to help track down the Lord's Resistance Army leader. But with African armies facing a more urgent threat, the hunt for Kony grows cold. David Axe reports for VOA.
Brutal Lord's Resistance Army rebel group. 15 months after U.S. President Barack Obama pledged 100 Army Special Forces to assist UN, Ugandan, Congolese, Central African, and South Sudanese troops, the decade-old search for Kony is in jeopardy. After being chased out of Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kony and the majority of his fighters are believed to be hiding out somewhere in the forests of southwestern Central African Republic. Kony's former lieutenant, Caesar Selim, was captured by Ugandan troops in Central African Republic in May. In December, a loose alliance of rebels in northern Central African Republic attacked towards the capital of Bangui, claiming that Central African President Francois Bozize had failed to fully implement a 2007 peace deal signed in Libreville, Gabon. The so-called Seleka rebels, who are not affiliated with the LRA, quickly seized several towns north of the capital, with only minor resistance from local militias like those seen here. The rebellion startled the international community. As tens of thousands of refugees streamed out of rebel-controlled territory, the U.S. State Department evacuated non-essential personnel from Bangui aboard a military aircraft, and the Central African government pulled its troops from the Kony Manhunt in order to defend the capital. Mohamed Lulichki, permanent representative of Morocco to the UN, condemned the attacks.
Members of the Security Council reiterate their strong concern about the situation in the Central African Republic. They condemn the continued attacks on several towns perpetrated by the Seleka coalition of armed groups which gravely undermine the Libreville Comprehensive Peace Agreement and threaten the civilian population as well as the stability of the Central African Republic.
The rebellion in Central African Republic is the latest setback for the U.S.-led anti-Kony forces spread across Central African Republic, Uganda, the DRC, and South Sudan. An attack by former government troops on the city of Goma in eastern DRC in November also disrupted operations against the LRA and inflicted heavy losses on Congolese troops. The Congo rebellion ended this month after high-level negotiations brokered by Uganda, and refugees from that conflict are returning home. But the situation in Central African Republic remains delicate. Chadian troops have reportedly crossed the border to assist President Bozize, and South Africa has announced the deployment of 200 military advisors to Bangui. Uganda has offered to send troops. The UN is hosting peace talks between the Central African government and the Seleka rebels in Gabon. Despite the tumult, the U.S. State Department insists that efforts to find Kony continue and are even making progress, but the absence of Central African troops could have a serious impact as the month-old rebellion drags on. David Axe for VOA News.